how Agnihotra can maybe help cancer.
Thank you, Nilkumar. Thank you, Rachel. That was so lovely. And loads of hugs to you from my side as well. Keep doing and keep working in the same way. And I can really understand and realize being a cancer caretaker, what it means to be when you have to fight from your loved ones for all these things. So thank you so much. And we'll chit chat more. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Global Namaste, Dr. Ulrich, and most welcome and a very good evening as well. You have been working in relation to Agnihotra. Agnihotra has been one of your lead works for now, and so many things you have done in terms of Agnihotra. There's so much of research with different organizations world over. You have been working on Agnihotra and working in terms of environment, sustainability, for cancer. There have been a lot of work. So over to you for next 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Neil, for inviting me here. That now was a very touching story about fighting cancer. So mine is a little bit different. Um, one thing is, I'm not a doctor of medicine, so and I don't have personal experience of uh, cancer much. Uh, but I want to uh, talk about 2 points. How can Agnihotra help to remove risks for cancer, risk factors, and what are the mechanisms which can explain how Agnihotra helps? See, we have seen many reports of people who have been healed from cancer, like from brain cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer, stomach cancer, bone cancer, prostate cancer, all different types of cancer. But we can't promise any healing. Yeah, somebody just said, every person is different. Yes, everybody is different. Every cancer is different. So we cannot say it will heal you, definitely. It will heal this type of cancer now. But it can help. And but one thing is, the first thing is, Agnihotra can help a lot to remove risk factors of cancer. What are the risk factors? Some are environmental pollution, pollution of air, water, soil. Second, radioactive pollution. Third, pesticides in our food, chronic inflammation, and then stress and anxiety. So let's look how Agnihotra can help. First, for those who don't know, Agnihotra is this fire which you do in this little uh, pyramid, copper pyramid of fixed size and shape. You burn substances like dried cow dung, cow's ghee, some rice, nothing else. It has to be done exactly at the time of sunrise, sunset. And this little app shows us when the sun rises and goes down at your place. There are two mantras in the morning, two mantras in the evening. In the morning, Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. And after Swaha, you put portion of rice mixed with ghee to the fire. So um, that is very simple process. Takes 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, but it has a tremendous effect. It is said that a channel is created throughout all the atmosphere. Prana energy, life energy comes through this channel down and uh, heals everything in the environment. So it has an effect of healing the atmosphere, soil, and water resources. So the atmosphere, let us look at biological pollution, that is bacteria. You see at the left side, these petri dishes were opened for 10 minutes before Agnihotra and then sent for incubation. At the right side, after Agnihotra, and you see the big difference. So Agnihotra removes all these bacteria and so on from the air. Also, it removes, here's some experiment we did that, removes particulate matter, and it reduces chemical pollution like SOx and NOx. Water, there's one thing, this experiment was done several times. Quite nice experiment was done in Pune. They poured water through a glass cylinder filled with Agnihotra ash, and you see the improvement in water quality. Just look at the two last points. This bacterial pollution, it was reduced by not more than 90%, just by pouring water through this column of Agnihotra ash. And this is why many people now, when they keep drinking water uh, overnight, if possible, in a copper jar, and add some Agnihotra ash. That purifies the water and energizes the water also. Radioactive pollution. We don't talk much about radioactive pollution, but it's there. It's overall, and we don't see it. We can't feel it. You need some instruments, sensitive instruments, to measure it. But we had after Chernobyl one interesting story. Some friends had a Homa farm where they performed all this fire, and at that time, farmers could not sell anything before it got tested for radioactivity. And all the farms their produce was highly radioactive, but on their farm, nothing was there. So that was very interesting. And later on, we got it tested in some lab of the Academy of Science in Kiev, now Ukraine. Then it was still a part of Soviet Union, and they had developed a small instrument to measure radioactivity like that. And people from Fukushima had come, scientists from Fukushima. They wanted to test this instrument. So I was there. I suggested, okay, take this. They had brought radioactive rice from Fukushima. I had suggested, okay, take that rice, uh, add Agnihotra ash, put it in water, and within 7 days, all radioactivity was gone. So that was a quite interesting result. So with Agnihotra ash, we can neutralize radioactivity. Another factor for developing of cancer is are pesticides. An example from nearby here, they Hoshangabad area, Madhya Pradesh, they grow pulses, and they use a lot of pesticides. And there was a big report now in the newspaper, and the doctor said earlier he had 1, 2 cancer patients per month. Now he has 5, 6 cancer patients every week. And they know it is because of the heavy use of pesticides. So, of course, first thing is we have to stop using these pesticides. And for that, home organic farming is the way, because you get you get even better production, more profit for the farmers, and you don't have to use all the pesticides. Second, especially in India, you cannot always get organic food without the pesticides. So what do we do when we have to eat food which is loaded with pesticides? There was one study done in Pune some time ago. Was part of a PhD study. And this young student, Prana Abang, he tested uh, uh, nearly all the pesticides on the market, added Agnihotra ash to water and the pesticides, and he got a reduction of more than 80% with all the pesticides. So that is quite impressive, but that is a lab study. And in real life, uh, it is not so easy, because here you had the pesticides just in water. In real life, you had food which is contaminated with pesticides. And there an additional step comes in, that is how to extract the pesticides from the food to the water where the Agnihotra ash can work on it. But we did that also in Lucknow, some study, and we saw that 275 pesticides were checked, and 15 were really present. And in 11 of the pesticides, we had a reduction from 75% to more than 90% overnight, just soaking the fruits overnight. So that is a quite good result. The scientists said at this lab, they said they don't see that such good results in such a short time. So that is one big thing. Now, chronic inflammation is one other factor for cancer. We have seen with Agnihotra ash, virulence of bacteria is reduced. That was a study done, interesting study done in Pune some time ago. A later study was free radicals are reduced and the immune system is um, strengthened. So that is this study done in Germany shows that free radicals are reduced in Agnihotra ash water. And here the defense system, the immune system is strengthened with this Agnihotra ash water. And the cell vitality is also strengthened with Agnihotra ash water. So that makes the body stronger, stronger to defend against cancer cells also. Now, earlier, Dr. Asta Saxena mentioned the importance of the mind, of emotions for cancer, both for developing cancer and also for treating cancer. So here also Agnihotra helps a lot. What is the effect of Agnihotra on our mind? We have to know prana and mind, life energy and mind are like the two sides of the same coin. And the atmosphere has a direct effect on on prana. So if the atmosphere is purified by Agnihotra, then prana is affected, prana flows harmoniously, and immediately it has a very positive effect on the mind. We can see that by some test was done in Moscow. You know, a person was checked the EEG before Agnihotra, and you see beta waves, which stand for activity, but also for anxiety, stress, are predominant, 70% beta. After and on alpha, which is more the calm, relaxed state, only 17%. And after Agnihotra, you see it's totally reverse. Beta came down to 23%, and alpha came up to 57% by just one Agnihotra. So that shows a tremendous effect of Agnihotra on our mind. And another experiment which we did recently in Germany, that is an instrument which can measure the life energies and can also then display the chakras. Here you see the chakras of this person before Agnihotra, they are a little bit scattered, out of balance, out of sync. And after Agnihotra, just after one Agnihotra, see, nearly all chakras are aligned, only the throat chakra is a little bit off, but it's also in a better position than before. So it immediately balances the chakra. So that shows a tremendous effect on the human energy body, on the chakra body. So now one last thing, healing cancer when it's already there. There was one experiment done recently at Lucknow University. The background is we know in Ayurveda, uh, most medicines are made from herbs. Now the problem is these herbs grow in polluted atmosphere, and due to the pollution, the medical potency of the herbs goes down. Now, what is if we use medical herbs from an Agnihotra atmosphere, Homa atmosphere, where we have brought the pollution levels down? So what we did is we collected four plants, Ayurvedic plants, tulsi, um, neem, curry, and bael. And we send them to the lab of the university. And for comparison, we took the same plants from outside. They made extracts of these plants and applied them to human cancer cells, cervical cancer cells in cell line. And the results are that plants from Homo organic farming are more effective than those from non-Homo environments in decreasing cell proliferation, reducing cell viability, and increasing the level of reactive oxygen species, which helps prevent cell migration in cervical cancer cells. And they say also Homer method of cultivation is low cost and its promising results in cancer inhibition may yield a low input non-chemical means of enhancing plant extract biomedical application. Uh, uh, okay, I want to conclude here. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a nice presentation, Professor Ulrich, and a lot of things has been done in terms of cancer. So, is there any particular kind of studies that different kind of institutions are taking in consideration in relation to homotherapy?
I don't get the question.
Like, are there any particular kind of cancer studies that are taking place in relation to homotherapy? Like today we dealt with different type of cancers, breast cancer, prostate cancer, rectal cancer, um, ovarian cancer. So are there any specific studies that you're aware about, or it's just about the general studies of the cancer that has been taken place?
I mean, this was a study, but it was a study in cell lines in the lab only, and this was cervical cancer cells. Uh, so it was
Hmm.
one type of
Cervical
cancer.
cancer cells.
Yeah, and uh, and I mean this is a lab study, and the study in hospitals. We tried other studies in hospitals. It is so difficult. It is so
Hmm.
difficult. I hope sometime we will find somebody who's interested in that. Uh, we have some results in especially South America, but that's not a study. They just take experiences, yeah, but it's not a systematic study. I hope sometime we will find some doctor and some hospital where they want to do that. But till now,
Mhm.
it is difficult. I hope. Still, I have hope.
Yes,
Definitely there's a very big hope and there's a very big ground on studying the performance of Agnihotra with people on cancer survivors who are cancer patients, even their caregivers. There's a lot of scope in working and studying them because definitely mantras have been one of the big studies already has been done on the role of mantras in different kind of diseases for the prevention as well as the cure rate has also been changed. And therefore, homotherapy definitely has a big ground to work and the promotion of it. That is why on traditional knowledge systems and indigenous knowledge system has a great ground on in terms of homotherapy.
Mm.
And
Uh,
an emerging side of traditional knowledge systems, I would say, which you're taking care of worldwide. And I really appreciate that. And we congratulate for your endeavors. And we look forward to have better seeking collaborations in different types and different ways to go forward. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Wait, one thing is
Hmm.
we do not have a study, but we have a lot of reports. And you mentioned that we, on 1st of March, we will have another episode on Agnihotra that will be on healing. And there we will
Yes.
cover, because I mentioned a lot of healing from different kinds of cancer. So there's a lot, and we
Hmm.
have a lot of data, and this will be shared on that date, and then we'll see. Okay.
Dr.
Thank
Sure.
you, Doc.
Ulrich,
We look
I
forward
think
to.
I think it was a wonderful presentation. Amrita, why don't you do something straight away? Share this with Dr. Swapnil. He's very senior. He's very much into cancer in a real life, and ask him that how slowly but surely can we integrate this to study this to open up to see if there is any room of enhancement or alternative treatment. And because Ulrich is already in India, if he feels there is a mileage, then maybe you can introduce them, and let's spread
Hmm.
the word. Till we don't spread the word, we don't know who will take it up. And Swapnil is very well advanced, so if you could organize that, do
Yes,
it.
I will definitely
If
try.
you could do it tomorrow morning so that we get going, because Swapnil might have a point to say or something, so it will be very beautiful. So Ulrich, very well done. Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
keep on collecting data, keep on
Sure.
collecting more information, and let's spread the words. It'll be beautiful. So, from Israel to London to India, let's go to Scotland. The Wales lady, Dr. Ghazala, is in Scotland at the moment. She traveled via England to get to Scotland, and let's see what she has got lined up for us.
Well, thank you